All right, joining us today is a good friend of the show. This man is a man who has elite ball knowledge of the entire landscape of college football, the host of Crane and Company that airs 3 p.m. Eastern daily on YouTube. Our good buddy and a man of the people, Jake Crane. Welcome in.
What is up, boys? Yeah, I always say I only know four things, and they all start with F. So football happens to be one of them. But no, I appreciate y'all having me and enjoying y'all's content, man. Y'all doing a really good job.
I'm just going to put my money where my mouth is on this one, man. I am going the opposite of being a contrarian. I am jumping all on board the Lubbock train. Give me
Yeah.
Texas Tech. Give me Texas Tech over 8.5, man. I'm all aboard this train. I love the portal additions. Obviously, that's been well documented all offseason. The top portal class in the country. They bolstered up both sides of the line of scrimmage, like big time through the portal. Baron Morton, experienced quarterback, he's back. I love the coordinator hires of Mac Leftwich from Texas State and Shield Wood from Houston. I mean, Shield Wood's been a DC for 5 years. He's never not had a top 35 defense everywhere he's been, like Army and Tulane and Troy, Houston, now Texas Tech. In regards to the schedule overall, I mean, the number one thing that jumps off the page, obviously, for me is the 3 road games at 3 of the toughest places to play
Yep.
in the conference when they play at Utah, they're at Arizona State, and they're at Kansas State. Uh, I think they're going to hold serve at home and win all their games in Lubbock. If they lose those 3 games, that's still 9-3, and that gets you over the 8.5. But like you said, the wild card is with this roster, as talented as it really is, if they hit with these guys, I mean, they're the most talented team in the Big 12 now
Yeah.
because of what they added. They could be a 10-2 type team. There's no reason at all that they can't win one of those 3 road games that we're talking about. But I think they hold serve at home at Jones AT&T Stadium this year, and they go 9-3, which gets you over to that 8.5.
I mean, it's you don't have to be Doctor Strange to figure out the if you can go 2 out of 3 at Kansas State, at Arizona State, and then obviously at Utah, you now hold the tiebreaker over 2 of those 3 teams.
Yep.
Which even if you were to I mean, and they're not going to, but even if you were going to lose to Oregon State, if we're talking about in the Big 12, you go 2 out of 3 against those and you win the rest of them, you are in the Big 12 championship game, which is
Yep.
going to give you the opportunity to make the college football playoff. But with Texas Tech, the difference, I think, will be the line of scrimmage. And that's
Uh-huh.
what's going to be able to keep you in that Utah game. That's what's going to be able to keep you in that Kansas State game. And that could be what lets you possibly dominate that Arizona State game, because I'm still a little bit worried about Arizona State on the line of scrimmage. I know on offense, Levitt can get you out of a lot of trouble, but at the end of the day, Scatabo was huge for them as well. This Texas Tech team has the most potential. They do. You talk about if a quarterback hits, I would say if Texas Tech and Utah's quarterback hits, they're going to be the 2 best teams most likely in the Big 12. And you say, Jake, what about Kansas State and Avery Johnson? If Avery Johnson continues to progress, I think Kansas State can be really good, but I think that's the 3rd best roster when you compare them to Utah and Texas Tech. So it's unfortunate that you do have those 3 road games, but you truly control your own destiny when it comes down to winning a possible tiebreaker and getting into that Big 12 championship game. And if you're good enough to do that, you're good enough to beat the rest of the teams on that schedule. Even the away ones that we didn't mention. So, again, it's all there. I love Joey McGuire. I think they've matched speed with power now, which obviously gives you an advantage, but it's going to come down to Baron Morton and his ability to stay healthy, because if not, they're going to have to water down what they do. It's going to put more pressure on that defense. And as better as Texas Tech's roster has gotten, I don't know if the depth on defense is to a point where you're going to have to be able to lean on them for 8 of those 12 games to be able to win the Big 12 championship if an offense freaks out on you at some point, which can happen at any point in time in the Big 12.